All right, everyone, we are getting into more exciting parts of Python and particularly pandas. This video is going to cover group by. I recorded this video probably 4 or 5 times and tried to make it shorter. It just didn't happen. So be ready for a rather long video, but exciting one. What I have here, I have uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lists, list of years, a list of some patients, these are, some of names might be familiar to you. They're these patients' sex, these patients' medical bill in that year, and their state. All right. And what I have done, I've created a dictionary from these dictionaries. Year. This is how the dictionary works. I'm going to have a year with that list the years as its value, patient name with patients as its values, sex, medical bill USD, and as a column header or key, and medical bill is going to be its value, and state. All right. If I feed this dictionary to data frame function, I'm going to get that data frame. Let's look at data frame, and there you go. I have that. All right. I have how many patients? 13 patients in different years. I have different patients. Some are returning patients, and their sex, their medical bill, and state. That state could be their residence or where they visited a hospital. All right. It's pretty common to have more than one record per year. In healthcare, it's common. In operations, it's common. In econ, finance, it's everywhere. So this is a question I have for you. Let's say I want to find total and average bill per year. So for example, let's focus on year 2017. Total bill that year is going to be 3,200, and average bill is going to be average of 1,200 and 2,000, right? I want that for all of these years. For year 2018, I'm going to have three numbers: 19, 2, 20 is just one number, 2021, 2, and 2022, 3. All right. Now, there's a really nice, widely used feature of pandas, a PD data function called group by. All right. I want to group by this data frame by what? If I put question mark in front of it, it says, you know what, you need to give me by some, you're going to give me something, and the rest we are going to ignore for the time being. But if you look at the very first sentence of docstring, it says group data frame using a mapper or by a series of columns. Beautiful. Then I need to give columns. All right. Group by what? Group by equal to that column. I want to group it by year. All right. And that's it. It says, all right, I did the group by. It's sitting in this memory address. What do you want to do with it? We need to be a little more specific. All right. I'm going to just stay right here. Data. If I say groups, it says it's a property. All right, it's not a function. So if I put a question, the parentheses in front of it, I'm going to get an error. It says it's not callable. Let's look at groups, and it says, you know what, 2017 is index of 0, 1, 2018 is index of 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. All right, that's progress. Let's move forward. Maybe I want to get any specific group. I'm going to say, you know what, one of the functions, one of the features, a get group. All right. Get group is a function, so I'm going to put parentheses in front of it. Parentheses in front of it. What do you want to, which group do you want? I want to see group of 2021. All right. I should get two rows, one of them index 8, the other one index 9. And sure enough, it's a group 8, index 8 and 9. These are records or rows for uh, year of 2021. Already, without moving forward, I'm sure you can imagine how useful this feature is. All right, this group by. Instead of you can even do the same thing using Boolean indexing, but this is a lot more versatile, and we are going to see what we can do with this. Now let's push forward. Group by year. All right. I want what? Remember, question is total and or sum and average bill. So now that I group this by, I'm going to get access what? Access that column of medical bill USD, med bill US dollar. All right. And I want what? Now that I access that column, I want data sum. All right. And it's going to say for year 2017 it's 3,200, 2018 is this, and so on and so forth. All right. You can repeat the same thing. Instead of sum, I'm going to try what? Instead of sum, I'm going to try, and you guessed it right, mean. Give me average every year. And sure enough, it is going to give you average every year. Those numbers are, I know, a little bit annoying. Let me just do this. It's fine, I can do this here as well. PD data options data display data precision equal to 2. And if I run that one more time, we are not going to see that many zeros after decimal point. All right. Now, let me even remove this. It doesn't matter anymore. I answered that question for every year, average, total, or sum, and average. All right. Yes, it's. I had to run it twice, but I answered the question. Can we run them together? Yes. Wait a little bit. We are going to see we can run them together. We don't need to repeat that line more than once. Let me get you to another part of this group by's exciting features. Let me look at df one more time. df.info. I'm sorry. df.header. This is what I wanted to get. df.header. All right. I'm going to say, you know what? df.group by. Group by what? By equal to. In a list, I want to group by year, and also I want to group by state. All right. And again, if I run this, it's going to say, sure, I group by year and state. It's sitting somewhere in the memory. What do you want to do with it? Let's look at its groups. Data groups, no parentheses, and it is going to say year 2017, California is index 0, 17, New York, index 1, and so on and so forth. All right. Now, can I get groups? Sure. You need to provide get data, get group. What group do you want? You see that keys here now are a tuple, right? Let's say I want 2018 and California. It should give me index 2 and 4. Right, and sure enough, it is going to give me index 2 and 4. You see, it's super, again, already you see how useful this is going to be, right? Let's go back to the initial question that we had. Can I, let me actually push this forward. Let me push this forward. I didn't finish it. Group by year and state data med bill data, or med bill US dollar data. Now I have grouped by 2 columns. Access the other column that I'm interested in. What do you want to do with it? I want to find sum. All right. This is going to give me total bill for every possible combination of year and state. All right. Unique possible combinations. It says year 2017 California medical bill was total medical bill was 1,200. For state of New York, 2,000. California year 2018 was 2,700, New York was 3,000, and so on and so forth. All right. This is super exciting. You see how useful this could be, right? Well, do I have to provide just one the metric? No, we don't have to limit ourselves. I'm going to just repeat this one more time. df.groupby, group by what? Group by, I need to say by equal to, group by year, state, and data med bill US dollar data. If I want more than one performance metric or one aggregation metric, I'm going to use agg function from the past. All right. What do you want to get in this agg function? I want to get min or mean, it's fine, mean, and I want to get max. You don't have to limit yourself to 2. Let's see, we can go with min as well. Let's see what we are going to get. It is going to say for every year state combination, give me average, max, and minimum. All right. This summary table, it's very, very useful, and we can save this as another data frame and use it later on. All right. Just to push this a little bit forward, and I'm going to make it a little bit easier. All right. I'm going to grab this completely, put it right here, and I'm going to group by only one column. You saw that it's possible to have more than one column, all right? Group by year, and I'm going to change this one to min, this one to mean, and this one to max. All right, and it is going to say every year for 2017 minimum, average, and max, 18 minimum, average, and max, and so on and so forth. All right, now can I plot access one of those columns and plot it? Sure. See, this data frame has a min as its column, mean as its column, and max as its column. All right, if I look at columns, right, I'm going to get min, mean, and max. Here's a tricky part, everyone. Tricky part is this. Let me grab this. Remember, if I want to access a column, I can use dot notation, right? If I put dot min, let's see what we are going to get. It's going to give me that error bound method saying, you know what, this function, I know this function, you forgot the parentheses, right? Min is a function. So if I put parentheses right here, what's going to happen is going to calculate minimum for the whole data frame that I have. This is not what I want. This is one of those situations that accessing a column using dot is not working, all right? So I'm going to put it inside square brackets, and I'm going to say min, all right? And let's see what we are going to get. This is what I wanted. I wanted minimum medical bill for every year. I can, now this is why I did all of this. Now I can plot this. I can say plot, right? See, in one line, you access data frame, group by year, access another column, aggregated for minimum, mean, and a maximum, access column of minimum, and then plot it. There we go. All right, it's very powerful. Well, can I access other columns as well? Sure. I'm going to access column of mean as well. And of course, mean is going to be above min. Let's plot it. And they are right there. All right. Well, I want legends to be on. I'm going to say legend equal to true because I don't know which line is which. I know, but we know what it is, but let's turn legends on, and there we go. Blue is minimum and orange is average. Let's repeat this one more time for max. Max, where are you, max? Max, and there we go. Minimum, mean, and maximum. You see, this is not pretty. This is not pretty. Repeating same thing 3 times. I did this just to make a point. But we don't have to do this. I'm going to group by, provide the aggregate functions, and save it in another data frame. I'm going to say df2 is equal to df group by year, access column of medical bill, and aggregate them for min, mean, and max, and show me df2. There we go. That is my df2. Now I can say df2 data plot. All right. And sure enough, this is exactly equivalent to what I have here, but with way less, it's much cleaner, all right? Can I group by others other than year? Yes, I can even, df, let me look at df one more time. I can group by patient name. I can group by, let's ask this question. Who has highest medical bill over time, all right? Let's see what we are going to get. This question just crossed my mind. I'm going to say df. When it says who has highest medical bill, it means focus is on patients, all right? So I'm going to group by patient. df dot group by equal to, by what? By patient name, patient underscore name, all right? Let's access column of med bill USD. All right, and let's just look at sum. Right? What did I do? Patient name, is that correct? Med bill US dollar. Let me make sure this is correct, which is correct. There we go. There was a mistake right there. It says Ariana's total medical bill over time is 9,000, Billy 7,000, Drake 1,200, and all at the end, Olivia is 22,000, and Snoop Dogg 18,700. All right. You don't have to group by just here. You can group by any of these columns, but keep this in mind. It is going to create one group for any unique value of that group by, all right, but that arguments that you provide in by. For example, if I group by medical bill, it is going to create a lot of different categories. Rule of thumb is that you group by categorical columns such as year, or such as patient name, such as sex, such as a state, right? As a last finishing example, I'm going to say df.group by what? By equal to group by sex data medical bill US dollar data mean. All right, it is going to create two groups, M, F, and it is going to access column of medical bill, and it is going to provide average of a medical bill column for these two groups. All right, and that is for M, that is for F. And again, group by is a lot more useful as the very last example, df data group by what? By equal to state and data med bill US dollar data mean. All right, it is going to create I believe I have three different states there: California, New York, and DC, and it is going to create three different groups, and it is going to give me average of medical bill for each of those states. All right, yes, DC, California, DC, and New York. Group by is extremely useful, and we are going to rely on it heavily.